The fatal mistake is using too much compression with programmed drums, especially with libraries like EZdrummer 3, the Death Metal Kit, Slate Drums, any library that has a substantial amount of pre-processing done to it. You don't need to do a lot of compression. So all those tips and tricks and stuff that you saw from all the big dudes that are like, yeah, do 6 to 8 dB compression, just chalk in the toilet. Just flush that out of your brain right now. When it comes to programmed drums like this, overcompression is the fatal mistake. I'm going to give you 2 solutions so that you don't make that fatal mistake. So here's the first solution. Once you create all the tracks and you put them into a drum group here, just insert a compression plugin. I'm going to use Buster SE because it's free unless you want to donate. Analog Obsession does great stuff, and that's why we're going to use a free solution first. We want to do subtle overall drum compression on EZdrums. Very simple. The other reason why I picked this plugin is because we have a sidechain filter and we can have a mix knob. Let me show you exactly what to do. So let's put all this back down. Instead of a 4:1 ratio, you want to do a 2:1 ratio or a 3:1 if you wish. Anyway, we're just changing the amount of compression that we're doing so we can bring up the threshold more, but we're not doing a lot of compression. Okay. Compression is not a dark art or black magic topic. I just want to show you guys what to do so you can start mixing music right now. 2:1 ratio, attack the same, release the same. Now, I like to bring in some of the original signals, so I set my mix to 75%. The other important thing about this plugin is I can tell the plugin to ignore anything below 200 Hertz, which means I'm not touching the kick drum. I'm focusing only on the hands. So now, let's set the threshold. All I'm trying to do here is trying to make the musical element, the drums, just sound a bit more like a glued, cohesive instrument in this mix here with the guitars. That's all I'm trying to do. Just kind of tighten them up together, bring them more in the pocket, right? That's it. Now, the most important thing to do after this is to set up the makeup gain correctly. So the makeup gain is exactly what it sounds like. We have the signal going into the compressor. We're compressing, which is reducing our output signal. The makeup gain is going to turn the signal back up with the compression active, right? So what we need to do here is we play the song and we go back and forth A-Bing to make sure the levels are the same before the compression and after the compression. You can audibly hear the difference. It's a smidge more punchy, more glued, more centered, more pocketed. But that's it. That's all we need to do with these drums. That's the extent of processing. And truth be told, that's all I've done on programmed drums for a long time. Even in I think it's one of my mixing courses, Mixing Your First Metal Song, I used the second solution that I'm just going to show you to do the bus compression. But this is the first solution because it's free and I wanted to show it to you guys. So this is how you can avoid the fatal mistake of overcompressing your programmed drums. The second solution here is Drumplex by Drumforge. This is a really cool plugin. It's very musical and it has different modes. I'm only going to worry about the bus mode. And I'm going to set the mix to 75 like I've done with Buster SE. Exact same process here, except now we're just going to focus on the squeeze, which is the compression. Okay, so let's press play, see what we can get. Man, that sounds really good, right? See how it's just really coming in the pocket, all right? The extra features of Drumplex are quite nice. You can add more punch and attack to your transients, as well as change the darkness and brightness or the tone of the drums with this dial here, which I do like to do. So the attack is very useful if you have a really busy mix and you want the drums to really punch through a bit more. Attack is fantastic. Now, we have to do the same thing here as we did with the Buster in terms of the makeup gain. See how much louder and brighter our drums are now, so they're perceived much louder than the guitars. I got a lucky guess there. What I'm listening for when I do that, I'm really paying attention to the snare. That's why I have this part looped. I'm listening to the snare and really trying to make sure that the volume of the snare is identical before and after, okay? Sounds pretty good to me, all right? And that's it. That's how you avoid the fatal mistake. Now, after this, of course, you can readjust the guitars. And bring in your bass. And there you go. That's how you avoid the fatal mistake of overcompressing your programmed drums so you can get a result like this. There you go, guys. There's a great start to get working on your mix. Don't overcompress your programmed drums. Biggest fatal mistake you could make. Use one of these two solutions, whichever one works best for you, and have fun. So get out of here, start mixing, make some cool music. See you in the next video. If you have any questions, comments, I'll help you out. See ya.